I just picked these up from Home Depot. I have a security light that went bad, so I'm going to replace them with light bulbs at my front door. And hopefully these work just as good. It's $20 for two, or $10 each. Let's just... Everything's LED now. Pretty cool. I'm hoping it's long enough. If it's not, I'm going to try to use one of these extensions to make it longer. These you could buy on Amazon, light bulb extensions. Okay. And some of the detailed information on the actual light itself is right here. Of course, the link will be below of the item I purchased for Home Depot. So there's two of these. I bought two packs, 4 in total. Kind of light, and it's like plastic. I'm a long way from the old light bulbs. So I purchased 2 of these. I'm going to put one below the deck and one at the doorway, so that when I come up to the door, it lights up at night, so I can see where I can put my key in. All right, let's try it out. So this is the standard light I have outside my doorway, and what I want to do is replace the regular bulb. It's a regular bulb in there with this thing. Now let me see if I need the extension. Yeah, it looks like. Now the reason I want the extension is that, okay, so it works, but the reason I want the extension is because I want the sensor to be down here, so that it could recognize people. Inside here, it's not recognizing anybody. It's too far in. Hold on, let me wait for the light to go out. It goes out after a minute. So the sensor there, right in the middle, it won't detect because it's too far in. It's an inch or two in. And I want people to be able, when they come to the doorway, for the sensor to pick them up so it could turn on. Now it doesn't turn on in the daylight, as you can see. So that part is working well so far. So let's put the extension and see how it looks. So that's the extension right there. Okay, totally in. All right, and let's screw it in. And you see how it'll stick out a lot more. See? Again, the light will come on. But now it's flush with the hi-hat and the sensors here, so to be able to sense people when they see them. And again, it turns off at night. I'm sorry, correction. It turns off in the daytime, and then only goes on at night. So I'm going to see how they work at night. So that's the other one. I just wanted to mention that that's the light I'm replacing. It stopped working. I changed the bulb about 3 times and it's just not working. It's a plug-in. So these are the lights right here. So instead of buying another one, I'm just gonna end up using the light bulbs and see how well they work. So under my wife's garden, there's a set of lights. I'm gonna put those on so that at night when people are walking on the path, it'll be lit up so that when you go up the stairs, you'll have light. So I have a sensor there in the corner. I don't know if you can see it, of the garage, which will light up the staircase and the walkway. And when you get up to this area, underneath there will light up. So this pathway will get lit up. And then as you go up the stairs here, the lights that I just installed will light up. As you can see, one is still on. So my lights are all the way over there. So I already have a light sensor on these, which are these right here, but they don't work that well. So I'm gonna try the light bulbs to see if they work better. So I put both of them up. This one's facing the driveway, and that one's facing the walkway out there. So let's see how they work. I'll see at night if I walk by them, if they turn on. So I have to say that these actually worked. They worked very well. As a matter of fact, they worked too well. So I set them up outside my doorway, as you saw, and underneath the home. And everything was great. As it was getting darker, the sensitivity is excellent. I mean, you walk 30 feet or whatever, and they just went off. And it worked exactly the way I wanted it to. But at night, all of a sudden, they wouldn't go off. So I kept shutting them off with the switch and then turning them back on. But they still would not go off. Earlier, they had gone off on their own. And when it was purely dark, they actually stayed on for hours. I left them on for like 3 or 4 hours. They would just not go off. One time they went off and they went back on again right away. So it looks like the problem I'm having is I'm in the northeastern part of Pennsylvania. And the mosquitoes, bugs, and everything hang around the light when the light turns on. But the sensor is so sensitive that it actually picks up the bugs, causing the lights to stay on. So it's, you know, it's like me just having a regular light bulb in my lights outside. So it made no sense whatsoever to continue using these. I'm returning them today, the very next day. I gave them hours of use, and they won't turn off at night. Earlier in the day, you know, from maybe dusk time, they were working because I set them up and they were underneath a overhang, or my roof extends over the deck. So it got darker underneath there earlier. So I saw it working. I'd pass by it, turn on, then it turned off by itself when I get in the home. But at night, they would just stay on all the time. And the only thing I can notice is that the reason that was happening was because there were thousands of mosquitoes underneath the lights. So that was causing them to stay on. Oh, well, like I said, they worked well. They really worked well. They probably will work well like indoors, inside a room in your home, if you need it just to turn on when you walk in. But for an outdoor, for let's say to light up the walkway or the stairway, if you don't mind them on all the time, they're great. But the sensitivity is too sensitive. All right, I hope you find this video helpful. Thank you. Bye.